What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, and we're going to take a look at this Shibnobi 1000 ETH sell. Now, I know everyone's covered it. I'm not going to kind of go over again the kind of sell in general, but I just want to talk about it and a couple of things that I think you, the Shibnobi community, probably want to know. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers. So let's take a look at the market. So 9309 has recovered quite nicely from that big sell-off. So, nearly 3/4 of the way back up. 9309, so probably about to lose a zero over the next couple of days. Up 12%. Is bucking the trend on the general kind of market as to what we're seeing. Nearly just over $29 million in liquidity, nearly 3 million daily volume. Holders continue to grow, although it has slowed a little bit, but holders does continue to grow. So interesting, we're almost back up there. What I did find kind of interesting is when you zoom out, and everyone talks about this, when in doubt, zoom out, and you zoom out to the one-day chart. Again, my views on technical analysis, but does look like we're getting a cup and saucer formation. But actually, when you look at the grand scheme of things, yes, there was a massive sale. Yes, there was. But I'll tell you what would be interesting. If you look at the total number of sales per day versus total number of buys, actually that chart doesn't look as horrendous as some of the other tokens that I know we've talked about and we have covered. Isn't great, and look, I'm not saying that we should be overjoyed by the fact another pre-saler has sold out their huge position, but I do think we need to context it and context the reason why you got into projects in the first place. Now, one thing I did want to bring up was this, and everyone knows this, the guy that turned $8,000 worth of Shibnobi into a $5.7 billion fund. Now, the guy didn't sell, or if he did, he took little bits, but imagine he sold one of his bags. Imagine he sold out. Then Shiba Inu would have gone to shit. That's the reality of it. Shiba Inu would have been done. The fact he didn't meant that he was, it almost built the momentum of the potential, didn't it? It almost made Shiba Inu even more popular, had a bigger catalyst. And I think it just shows what kind of noise can be created by people doing things. Let's be absolutely transparent as we sit here. If I had a couple of ETH invested into a project that went into millions of dollars, I would sell. And I'm sure that most people would absolutely follow the same way. For retail investors such as you and I think that's where we would get to. But it does show kind of how quickly people can be different viewpoints. Like I said, 58,375, nearly 46% in the burn wallet. We do believe there's about 49 more pre-sale wallets that potentially could dump on this project. There's loads of talk about changing contracts. I think the reality is that we're just going to have to fly by the seat of our pants and see where we get to it. But look, it's going to happen more. The reality is, and I always bring it back to, is why did you invest in the project? We did see this anti-whale bot mechanism that's supposed to kind of block it. It didn't work. That's the reality. Now, interestingly, it did work when the wallet tried to come back in, and it's a big whale, tried to get back in, and it was blocked from making a purchase back into it. So, swing trading on its grandest scale, I think. But interestingly, that wallet did try and get back into Shibnobi and couldn't. Now they're just going to open another wallet, and I'm sure and trade it differently. But interesting to kind of see. So, look, overall, is it great that we saw this sell-off? No, it isn't. Are we going to see more of these sell-offs? Yes, we are. But I don't think it's uncommon across projects. The only good thing and the only thing to kind of bring back is because of the token supply is so big, and a lot of people talk about this, why has it got such a token supply? Burn the wallets, burn, 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 burn. It can take a big sell-off. We're going to have to get used to it. It's going to happen more and more. I think whenever we get up and test kind of all-time highs, or certainly test higher price points, we are going to see some sell-off of wallets, 100%. And I don't know if Cliff will be able to change that. What I would say is that at least he acknowledges the fact that it's there. The project is probably only here, if we're dead honest, because those people right at the very start were initially prepared to put the money in. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it great for the small guys like you and I, doesn't make it great for the retail investor that gets absolutely dumped on all the time, but look, that's where we are. Let's look at some positives. We got a $70,000 competition running by Shibnobi on 3 different levels, small, large, and the whale one. For me, I'd like to see the whale one go. I don't think we should brand and go after whales because they cause this problem. What we should go after is the retail investor, the small and large kind of investors, not the whales, because they can manipulate the price. We know it is. It's crypto. That's just how things are. But 3 different prize pools for playing the fields, Uniswap buys only, and that's going to run for the next kind of couple of weeks, I think it is. So definitely worthwhile going to have a look at if you are thinking of getting into Shibnobi at the price point it is. We do have Gate.io that's supposed to be launching tomorrow, so we will see. It's gone a bit quiet, but look, I'm sure that we will be there. We know we're on Safe Moon. There's this one, and then Bittrex or Bitfinex, I think it is the last one, and then it's on 6 centralized exchanges. So look, stay tuned for that, because I think we could see some big news. And certainly looking at the price point when we get in, it could be some real good activity. We're at 5% reflections, and people say, well, yeah, reflections are great, but yeah, equally we do need to see some movement on the price. But again, you can see some nice little buys coming in, 5.7 ETH there just going in. So I don't think it's done. I don't think it's over. I think there's a couple of questions that need answering tonight on the AMA from Cliff. And I'm sure some people will absolutely bring this up. But for me, look, I'm still in the project. I got in the project long term. I didn't get in at the bottom. That's the reality of this. I didn't get in kind of here. But, look, that's just where we are. That's just reality. I got in a little bit higher. I got in the kind of 2-2 range, something, something sort of here somewhere. So yeah, my position is down a little bit. But look, long term, lots of things come in. Kasari blockchain, Katana wallet, Dojo swap. They land them and they land them right. Then, we could all be talking a completely different game in not so distance. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of Shibnobi. Do you think it's done, or are you improving your position? And I'm going to see you guys in the next video.